Once in a land far away, there was a castle, and in it lived a queen who longed for a baby. The queen had a baby girl a short while later, but died upon giving birth. The baby was as white as snow and had bright black hair. A year later, the king remarried. This woman was proud and confident of her beauty. She could not bear the thought of anyone being more beautiful than she.
Mirror, mirror, here I stand. Who is the fairest in the land?
You, O queen, are the fairest in the land.
The queen could go to sleep content, knowing that the mirror would always say the truth. As the years went on, Snow White became more and more beautiful than the queen herself.
Mirror, mirror, here I stand. Who is the fairest of the land?
You, O queen, are the fairest here, but Snow White is 1,000 times more fair.
The queen turned green with envy, and the more she saw Snow White each time after, her hate for her would grow that much more. The evil queen knew she could never be at peace, knowing that she wasn't the fairest of the land. So she sent for a huntsman.
Take the child into the forest and kill her. And when you do, bring her lungs and liver as proof that you've killed her.
The huntsman obeyed.
Oh, dear huntsman, please don't kill me. I will run off, never come home again.
All right, you poor child, run away.
The huntsman then killed a young boar and took out its lungs and liver to take to the evil queen as proof that he had done what the queen had requested. The queen ordered the chef to salt and stew them. The evil queen ate them, thinking she was eating Snow White's lungs and livers. Meanwhile, Snow White was lost and afraid in the dark forest. She ran as long as her legs carried her, and right before nightfall, she came across a little house. Inside the house, there was a dinner table that had 7 little plates set. There were also 7 little beds up against the wall. Snow White was very hungry and took a bite of bread and vegetables from each dinner plate and drank a sip of wine from each cup. Snow White then became very tired, and she fell asleep on the 7th bed right after saying her prayers. The next morning, when Snow White woke up, she was surprised to find 7 dwarfs surrounding her. After Snow White told the 7th dwarf about her evil stepmother, they let her stay and take care of the house. They told her that she needed to keep the house neat and clean, prepare dinner once they got back, and make sure to never open the door for anyone because her stepmother might come and try to find her. After eating Snow White's lungs and liver, the queen was sure she was again the most beautiful of all. She went to the mirror and said,
Mirror, mirror, here I stand. Who is the fairest of the land?
You, O queen, are the fairest here, but Snow White, who has gone to stay with the 7 dwarfs far, far away, 1,000 times more fair.
Once the queen heard that Snow White was still alive, she believed it because she knew the mirror told no lies. She was angry knowing that she had been lied to, but quickly she thought of a plan to choke Snow White to death.
Pretty little things for sale. Pretty little things for sale.
Hello, lady. What do you have for sale?
Pretty girl, I have these pretty silky laces for you to tie your hair with. Would you like one?
Snow White suspected nothing of this old lady, disguised as the evil queen, and opened the door for her.
Let me tie your hair with this silk lace.
Without having time to think of what could go wrong, the evil queen wrapped the laces around Snow White's neck and pulled so tight that her breath was cut off and she fell to the ground dead.
At last, you are no longer the fairest in the land.
As the sun went down and the 7 dwarfs returned from their work, they entered their home and found Snow White laying on the floor still. They saw she had a lace around her neck and cut the lace so she could breathe again.
Mirror, mirror, here I stand. Who is the fairest of the land?
You, O queen, are the fairest here, but Snow White, who has gone to stay with the 7 dwarfs far, far away, 1,000 times more fair.
With the help of magic, the evil queen made a poisonous comb. She disguised herself and took the form of another old woman and made her way over the 7 mountains to the house of the 7 dwarfs.
Pretty things for sale. For sale.
Go away, I can't let anyone in.
You can look, can't you?
The evil queen takes out the poisonous comb and holds it up for Snow White to see. Snow White liked it so well that she forgot everything else and opened the door and agreed on a price.
Now, I'll give your hair a proper combing.
Expecting nothing, poor Snow White stood still for the old woman. But no sooner had the comb touched her hair than the poison took effect and Snow White fell into a dead faint.
There, my beauty. It's all up to you now.
The evil queen left, but luckily it was not long until nightfall. The dwarfs came home and found Snow White lying on the floor dead. They immediately knew it was the stepmother. They found the poisonous comb and pulled it out of her hair. When the queen got home, she went straight to her mirror.
Mirror, mirror, here I stand. Who is the fairest in the land?
You, O queen, are the fairest here, but Snow White, who has gone to stay with the 7 dwarfs far, far away, 1,000 times more fair.
The evil queen trembled and was shocked in rage.
Snow White must die, even if it costs me my life.
The evil queen went up to a secret room and made a poisonous apple. It looked so nice on the outside, white with red cheeks, that anyone who saw it would want it, but anyone who ate even the tiniest bite of it would die. The apple was ready. The evil queen disguised herself as the peasant woman. She made her way across the 7 mountains to the house of the dwarfs.
I can't let anyone in. The dwarfs won't let me.
It doesn't matter. I only want to get rid of these apples. Here, I'll make you a present of one.
No, I'm not allowed to take anything.
Are you afraid of poison? Look, I'll cut it in half. You eat the red cheek, and I'll eat the white cheek.
But the apple had been cleverly made, so that only the red cheek was poisoned. Snow White longed for a lovely apple, and when she saw the peasant woman take a bite of it, she couldn't resist. She held her hand and took the poisonous half. No sooner than she had taken the bite that she fell to the floor dead. The evil queen gave her a cruel look and laughed determinable.
White as snow, red as blood, black as ebony, no one will revive you this time.
The evil queen went home and questioned the mirror.
Mirror, mirror, here I stand. Who is the fairest in the land?
You, O queen, are the fairest in the land.
When the dwarfs came home, they found Snow White lying on the floor. No breath came out of her mouth, and she was really dead. They lifted her up to see if they could find anything poisonous, unlaced her, combed her hair, and washed her, but nothing helped the dear child. The dwarfs mourned and wept for 3 whole days. They were going to bury her, but she looked so fresh and alive, and she still had her beautiful red cheeks.
We can't lower her into the earth.
So the dwarfs made a coffin of glass so that she could be seen from all sides, and they put her into it and wrote her name in gold letters, adding that she was a king's daughter. The dwarfs put the coffin on the hilltop, where one of them always stood guard. Snow White laid in her coffin for years and years. She did not rot and continued to look as if she were asleep, for she was still as white as snow, as red as blood, and as black as ebony. One day, a prince came into the forest and stopped for the night at the dwarf's house.
Let me have your coffin. I'll pay you as much as you'd like for it.
The dwarfs took pity on the prince and gave him the coffin. The prince's servants carried the coffin on their shoulders, and as they were carrying it away, they stumbled over a root on the ground. The stumble caused the poisonous apple core that Snow White had eaten out of her mouth.
Oh, where am I?
With me.
The prince continued to explain to Snow White what had happened.
I love you more than anything in the world. Come with me to my father's castle and be my wife.
Snow White loved him, so she went with the prince to the castle, and the arrangements were made for a splendid wedding feast. Snow White's evil stepmother was one of the guests who were invited to the wedding. When she got dressed into her fine clothes, she went to her mirror and said,
Mirror, mirror, here I stand. Who is the fairest in the land?
You, O queen, are the fairest here, but the young queen is 1,000 times fairer.
The evil queen spat out a curse. She was in so much horror she didn't know what to do. At first she didn't want to go to the wedding, but she couldn't resist going to see the new young queen. Right as she stepped into the hall, she recognized the new queen as Snow White. She was so frightened that she just stood there motionless. But then someone took 2 iron slippers that had been sitting in a glowing coal, forcing her to step into the red-hot shoes. The evil stepmother danced till she dropped dead to the floor. The end.